Hey there, how y'all doing? It's Data here, not quite yet back on trail, but I'm headed there very soon. I said that the hike on the Ice Age Trail had a pretty big impact on my hiking plans for the year, and it has, and I'm going to run through some of those right now. I started the year, 2025, with a plan to through hike the Appalachian Trail as a flip-flop hike, doing a series of long-ass section hike or lashes. And I hiked in March. I fell down and got hurt. I came home and healed up. And then right when I was going to go back at the beginning of May, I got called for jury service. So that screwed that schedule up and irritated me quite a bit. But in the meantime, I have now been disqualified from jury service or let off the hook or whatever it is they did. But I don't have to serve. So now I get to hike again. But in the interim, as you all know, I hiked a section of the Ice Age Trail, about a 100-mile long section. And I finished that hike before May 20th, before my jury date. And I learned a lot on that hike, and it gave me time to think about some things. So I've changed my plan, and I will not be through hiking the Appalachian Trail this year. So instead, I'm going to hike the Ice Age Trail and the Appalachian Trail as a set of long-ass section hikes over a period of 2 years. I'm going to make sure those long section hikes are 1 week or 2 weeks, maybe sometimes 3 weeks long, but that's all. I'm going to alternate back and forth between the two trails because I think that that makes it a little bit easier for me logistically because the Ice Age Trail is very near my home. And also the Appalachian Trail is a lot more difficult than the Ice Age Trail. So the Ice Age Trail hikes will give me a chance to still go hiking and stay in better trail shape, but also give me a chance to practice at hiking, the mechanics of it, all that kind of thing, on a trail that isn't nearly as difficult as the Appalachian Trail. I think within 2 years I'll still have enough time to complete the hikes of both trails, but neither one of them will be a through hike because I won't get either one of them done in a 12-month time frame. And I'm fine with that. The through hiking in 1 year goal was not that critical to me, and I may go back someday and through hike some other trail, but I'm going to save that for when I get better at hiking. And that's really one of the big lessons I took out of my hike this time on the Ice Age Trail. Hiking with Greg in Wild, who was a triple crowner, was an eye-opening experience for me about how bad I am at backpacking. It's not that I don't know what I'm doing at all. It's that watching a triple crowner through hike was an eye-opening experience for me because Greg in Wild would do everything about backpacking. Planning, setting up his camp, breaking his camp down, all of it like it was second nature. He's done over 8,000 miles. He knows exactly where everything in his kit goes. It was just easy. It was effortless. And I realized that it would be a lot easier to hike a trail as difficult as the Appalachian Trail if I was better at backpacking. So I'm going to slow the pace down and try to enjoy the process of hiking the Appalachian Trail along with trying to enjoy the process of learning how to become better at backpacking. And you know, as luck would have it, I came to that decision while hiking with Greg and Wild on the Ice Age Trail. And then as soon as I got home, I got an email from my hiker friend from the Appalachian Trail, Late Start. And Late Start was planning a shorter 5-day, 60-mile section hike of a part of the Appalachian Trail in Virginia that he hasn't yet hiked. And he invited me to come along, and that's what I'm going to do. That hike is next week. Literally 2 days from now, I leave for the trail, for the Appalachian Trail. And we're going to hike from somewhere down around near Woods Hole Hostel up to about 60 miles north of there over 5 days. And I don't have to do any planning because he already had all that worked out. So I'm just going to fly into Roanoke and go for a hike for 5 days and fly home. And I've never done I've never done that process where you fly into a hiking location, so I have to get a duffel bag and pack things away differently. But it's interesting because it's nice that he had already set it up, so I don't have to do very much. That made it a lot easier, and I still get to practice the hiking things and the skill set things and like setting up my camp and breaking it down, and I get to knock off another 60 miles without a lot of effort. And I like the 1 to 3 week plan like this hike is and like the IAT was, because they do give me a chance to pack out. I'll pack out all 5 days of food at once from the very beginning of this hike, and I'll be able to do that usually even for a 2 or 3 week hike. That is, I'll be able to handle setting up all of my resupply needs before I leave home and shipping all my boxes, my resupply boxes, to wherever I'm going to be in a 1 or 2 or 3 week time frame. So the resupply part of it, which is overly complicated for me, is something I will also won't have to worry about. So again, I can focus on hiking and the camping part of it. And at the same time, I'm going to do something similar with my videos. I'm going to shoot video on trail, but I'm not going to post anything until I get back, because editing and posting on trail is a pain in the neck, honestly, when I'm not any better at the camping and backpacking than I am. It just took a lot of the fun out of it for me. So I like sharing all this with y'all and with my family and friends, but I'm going to wait till I get home to share all these things. So I'm going to post this video right before I leave for trail, and then I'm going to go hike the Appalachian Trail for 5 days for 60 miles. I'm going to come back home, and then you'll see some more videos of that hike. So for now, that's data. Not quite yet back on trail, but pretty close, saying I hope your day is going well, and hope to see you out on trail someday. So happy trails to each of you.